Welcome to Science Rocks. We're kicking off our second season exploring how students have stayed engaged with academics over the summer, looking at elementary, middle, and high school, all with a focus on STEM education. We're here at Oak Grove Middle School, one of the sites of our TIPS programs. Students participated in the Talent Identification Program led by Middle School Executive Director Dwayne B. Hines and myself, where students visited the University of South Florida St. Petersburg, Eckerd College, and Lakewood High's CAT program for a study of STEM-related careers. The program ended with an award celebration at Osceola High School, where students were presented with awards and we watched the videos they produced. Let's take a look at the amazing opportunities that our students experience when exploring the world of STEM in this program. Even during the summer, the University of South Florida in St. Petersburg is a vibrant college campus, something that gets the immediate attention of our students. Benjamin Smet is a product of Pinellas County Schools and is part of the Department of Education. He's one of our hosts today.
It's only 4 days. So I'm going to test your teamwork skills that you've been able to develop in only 4 days. I understand you've been doing robotics and multimedia and editing video and everything like that. All right, so you guys should be gelling as a team. So this is 2 objectives, teamwork, and then there's physics involved in this. Rise, helium stick, rise! Go up higher, helium stick, rise up, helium stick, rise up, go up, stick. I've been doing this activity for 7 years with students, with teachers, with former military veterans, and you guys rocked it. In education, we want to make it a continuum. All right, we do have this tendency to look at education in the lens of K-12 and then university. But what's our ultimate goal here? To educate the youth of our shared community. You're part of Pinellas County. University of South Florida St. Petersburg is part of Pinellas County. This is USF, big size when you want it, right size when you need it. Okay? What we mean by that is you're part of USF when you come to USF St. Petersburg. Okay? You're part of the USF excitement, big major university in the state of Florida. But if you look around you, this is a real relaxing campus.
Well, it's nice being at an actual college because I've never actually been on a college campus before. So it's nice to actually start learning the lifestyle and how it is to actually just be at a college, how to collaborate, how to, like, what majors there are. It's just all really cool.
These summers are very special.
And part of being on a big-time college campus is participating in a college classroom with a college professor like Leon Harding in the physics department. Our students are here to get a college experience, and what's one thing that they need to be aware of when coming to college courses?
A certain sense of maturity and I think a certain motivation is required too. You have to be dedicated to what you're trying to do with yourself. So I think if you take yourself seriously without, have fun along the way, but don't take yourself so seriously, but certainly be serious enough that you know what you're trying to do.
Yes. What are some of the concepts that you were exposed to today on our field trip?
Well, I loved the fact that there was a huge library. I love English. I'm writing a story right now. I'm writing a lot of them, but that's probably my longest one. I love the fact that they have a huge library. I love the fact that you can major in English and minor in something else here. I love that it's a huge campus and it can be small when you need it. I love how pretty it is. It's just an amazing campus.
When students are done with this experience and then they're getting back onto the buses, what is one thing that you really want them to take away from this campus experience today?
Okay, sure. Well, as an educator, still first and foremost, I'm conscious of what we can do in a 2-hour time frame. I think, borrowing an educator term, the hook, this was a big thing we're trying to push today, was to hook them and give them this experience here. So I guess when they get back on the bus today, I'd like them to be thinking about what it was like to be on this college campus and seeing the great facilities that we have here, and just start to think about, even if it's in the infant stages, what it might be like for them to eventually be on a college campus.
Next stop, Eckerd College. Located on the southernmost tip of St. Petersburg, right on the Gulf, the campus is filled with amazing natural treasures. Jennifer Seltzer is one of the career counselors at Eckerd College.
I think that personally, not a lot of students and parents even know Eckerd College exists. You'd be surprised, but with the bigger schools in the area, some people don't always realize that there's this really great liberal arts school with a really great science program down here in Pinellas County. We're a small school. We have fantastic facilities. Yes, we're a liberal arts school, but we have fantastic sciences where our students are able to form such intimate relationships with their professors, really hands-on activities. And the earlier the students start to realize what's kind of in their backyard and what kind of opportunities they would have, they don't always need to, go to these other schools. They could kind of look around here, and we're always hosting students on our campus for different summer camps, for different programs like this. We always invite students to come back with their high school science group if they want to. We can put together something special for them if they want to sit in a class, if they want to do something sort of like what you guys did today. If we can always kind of plan that for our students, so they start to see what a college experience is going to be like and how important it is that they start this thought process now.
And that thought process begins at the James Center for Molecular and Life Sciences. And our students are totally engaged in several of the lessons the faculty have prepared, like creating molecular models of chemical compounds. What is that one called?
Ethane.
Ethane, yep.
And then I made hydrogen peroxide.
Figures out. Yeah, you can put them in.
It's gonna be gold?
No, not yet. It's gonna be silver.
And then you'll turn it gold.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
We're gonna put it on the top plate. It's gotta heat up a little bit.
Some of the Eckerd students work hand in hand with the professors on a variety of research topics and are working with our students today.
Right now we're doing oxidation and reduction of copper penny. So you basically take the penny and you coat it with zinc, and once it's coated with zinc, then you have to rinse it off and heat the alloy. So basically you have the zinc and the copper that are adhered to each other, and once you put it on the hot plate, then it heats together and makes the alloy of brass. And then you cool it and cure it, and you have this nice little gold film across the end of it, across the surface of it, and that's what makes it look like it's the gold penny, but it's really brass. It's brass alloy.
Why did you decide to address this concept with our TIPS students? Because it's very important for them to get this hands-on experiment.
It's a good visual thing, and it really shows like oxidation reduction, because there's some of the chemistry we could do that's not really like as vibrant as this, and this really just shows like how one species can become oxidized and reduced in the same scenario.
Share with us why you decided to address molecular models with our students here at the TIPS camp.
I think molecular models are a really, really good way to visualize just a molecule in general, because you don't really get to see them in nature until you really just synthesize it and really get it in your hands. And even then you still don't know the conformation that it's in. So it's a really good way to know about visualization and the models, and you get to see different conformations of them and how they rotate, and it's just a really, really good, creativity enhancing thing to do. I like it a lot. It's really cool.
That's denser than the water that's in the tank. If you were to put that in the tank, what would happen to that water? It will sink to
What's
the bottom.
also really cool is the extensive marine biology program at Eckerd. And in this experiment, Professor Nancy Smith lets the students discover the different densities between salt and fresh water.
It's something that they could easily visualize and understand. Using the color dye allows them to visualize the different density layers of the ocean. Otherwise, without the dye, it becomes transparent. So, and it's something that, it's a pretty clear take-home message, and it really reflects what the ocean is like. So it's a realistic, provides a realistic perspective on what the oceans are like physically.
For some of our students that are interested in maybe going into the marine sciences, what advice could you give them?
Couple of things. One is you need to have a strong background in mathematics, so study math, also chemistry, biology, physics. I also encourage them to get involved in local environmental organizations that are doing marine-related activities, whether it's marine education or volunteering with a research project, maybe even a restoration project. And those kinds of hands-on activities can be really inspiring, and it makes you ask the question, you know, why is it this way? And once you have that passion for asking why, then you want to know how, and that leads to the pursuit of learning science and math.
And the final stop is at Lakewood High School, Pinellas County's premier science and technology center. Here, students work with robotics,
Slide out and rotate. And so we'll be able to scoop stuff up. They have one that uses what's called a G sensor. That's an accelerometer. Okay, and that's kind of when you do shaking and moving.
computers,
Challenge H for Hopper, it gives you RECT. It's a method called rectangle, and it shows you how to make one rectangle.
Stand by, we're coming up on camera 1 and 5. 4, this is where you open the microphones too.
and even the multiple national award-winning television production facility under the guidance of David Schneider.
Start on that open, then we're going to go to a musical thing, and then we're going to cue you when we come back to you, okay? So wait for that cue. We're going to say stand by, 3, 2, 1, go with the second part, okay?
Students like Gabriel Belton from Bay Point Middle really got a lot out of the TIPS experience.
The reason why I want to join the TIPS camp is because I know it specializes in science and math, and I want to be a doctor one day, and I know I'm going to have to be dealing with that field. So I thought, you know, why not? And my friends are there too, so it makes it fun. Well, my goals is to take science and math more seriously and try to get harder classes in it, and also to try to join another camp like this again.
We just saw you as a news anchor practicing for the very first time. How was that experience for you?
It was so much fun, and it was harder than it looks. I don't know how people on the news do that, and the room was so cold, but I had a lot of fun, and I would like to do that again.
Students that may be interested in participating in next year's TIPS camp, what advice do you have for them?
My advice is go full force with it, have fun, and remember that this is going to help you in the future.
The program ends with an award celebration at Osceola High School, and the parents couldn't be more happy.
My child is not a child that celebrates, even though he enjoys and he gleans a lot educationally. He's not someone that celebrates being in an academic setting when he doesn't have to be. The first time he came home on the first day, I said, so how was it? And I expected him to say, it's just more schoolwork. And he was totally blown away. And all he could say was, Mom, it was awesome. He was standing next to his friend that he's known since preschool, and she could not stop talking about it. They were so excited. This is a child who comes home for the past 2 weeks, and he has actually gotten on the computer. He's gone to Khan Academy on his own. He's ramped up, I guess, their on-campus project during the camp period, and he's doing it on his own private time. I've actually had to encourage him to go to bed at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night for the program the next day. And I've never seen him this excited about either STEM or engineering or computers. And this is you're certainly touching a nerve, in a good way, with the students, I think, this year with this program. And I hope you have it next year for parents and students alike.
It's interesting that the students had an opportunity to really explore with things that they really like in a more laid-back type environment. It's not as hustle and bustle and rush, and they really can develop those skills, and that passion can come out in what they do.
I believe the TIPS program is critical, and it's critical to enrich or expand the knowledge that our students have that are in the program. The idea is it's a talent identification program, but once we've identified them, what do? The idea is to then develop that talent. And by having these summer programs, and even during the year, some of the programs we have, it allows the kids to develop that talent and find that thing that they're passionate about and the thing that they really enjoy doing, and then expand on it.
When we come back, we'll take you to the STEM Tech program, where high school students were exploring STEM over the summer. But first, elementary science specialist Julie Poth visits the Summer Bridge program at New Heights Elementary School. Science Rocks rolls on in a moment.